Hey guys, Lex here, back for some more of The Great Ace Attorney. Last time we started episode 4, and I just cut off 10 minutes of me trying to figure out what to do. So yeah, let's continue. Oh my god, I had seen this newspaper.
This looks like last week's edition.
What's the article circled in red here?
It's an advertisement column. It says, "To the Red-Headed League."
The Red-Headed League? What's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but...
There's something on my face. Clearly this has something to do with that lively hair. Red-Headed League article has been entered into the court record. Oh my god! Good thing I looked around again. What's that? Actually, let me examine. To the Red-Headed League, on account of the behest of the late Ezekiel Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, USA, there is now another vacancy open, which entitles a member of the League to a salary of £4 a week for purely nominal services. All red-headed men who are sound in body and mind and above the age of 21 years are eligible. Apply in person on the morning of the 31st at the large park on Lime Street. Get £4 per week if you are a redhead. Most fantastic money-making opportunity. Huh. That's cool. That's funny. Looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes. To the Red-Headed League. Does that strike you in some way? I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. So, at last you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Nerhodo. Sorry? In the first instance, and quite indispensable observation. Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. So then, allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits. Regale or boast? The Red-Headed League. So what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you've circled? You noticed it in the paper then? That my dear fellow was going to be the source of this month's rent payment. It was how? According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair. That doesn't entirely surprise me.
But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week. Oh my, £4 a week.
But why? What are they paying people for? That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case. You're right, Susie. There's no time to lose. I'll put my application at once. So will I just on the off chance.
That might be stretching a point, I think.
The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you see.
Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can. But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away.
It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes.
So you decided to try to join in this place? Correct. I mean, look at me. Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow? No. So why? Why did it have to go so wrong? What on earth happened? A blunder, Mr. Nerhodo. Though it pains me to admit it.
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm glad you asked, Mrs. Sato. What you see atop my head is neither dyed nor hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight, by the wonders of chemistry. Chemistry? I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves, and in the course of my work, stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one's hair into a flame-like red. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. I think I'll pass.
But Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
Amateurs are always hampered by such affairs.
Oh, I should never have doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. You mean to say?
But of course, to earn £4 per week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger. That degree of red signals more than just a little danger, surely.
So, anyway, Charlie left full of confidence yesterday with his new red hair. At the park on Lime Street, where the red-headed league were interviewing prospective new members.
So what went wrong? The whole park was choked with red-headed folk, like a ghoster's orange barrow. Queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?"
Oh.
So naturally I had no choice but to reply, "Shh, don't give me away." After which I could do little else but turn and leave. Then, this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. I turned that pair in to the police.
Oh dear, what a disaster! For Hurley and those two redheads. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Aha, there's my guest now. My latest client with money to spend.
Oh, I do hope it's an exciting case, Hurley.
Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. Must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save we're getting a runaway, of course. Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you?
Oh dear, I'm afraid that Hurley can lack a little tact, especially just before the rent is due.
Whack.
Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, please, oh please,
Oh, the jury member.
please find my husband, he's run away.
That's exactly what... To upset me.
Beg your pardon?
Never mind, a personal matter, my apologies. What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruto? I didn't say a word. Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris, some tea, if you please.
Of course.
What's the matter, Mrs. Hato?
Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. I feel sure I've seen her somewhere before, very recently.
Yes, now you come to mention it.
As explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil. I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure.
Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough. No, you need money.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're the picture of benevolence.
I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. Trust you will remember your words also.
If I might inquire, sir. This gentleman and lady would be...
Oh, me?
What I'm about to tell you, I would like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand?
Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may all say before this pair anything which you may say to me. Yeah, because he's gonna tell us anyway.
Ah, I see.
I can vouch for the gentleman, personally, after all. He's hard of hearing. Why did I ever get my hopes up? Why am I the one talking? Forgive me for asking, Mrs. Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps?
Oh my.
Pshaw, my dear fellow. What is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
Ah, I knew I recognized her.
To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand, oh gosh, oh golly, sent a shiver down my spine.
I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing at me.
Pardon?
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. Slippery, really. Nothing more.
Now look what you started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much. I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner. Yes. Mr. Visual. Tell us about your husband, madam.
Mr. Vigil, my tailie, is 40 years of age. I have a photograph here.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married?
It'll be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably.
As it would appear, I need only look at you to know these things.
Oh gosh.
Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
A guard? That is somewhat unusual. So, your husband is a prison warder?
That's right. Yes, well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder.
Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does quite indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Dreadful punishments? Does she mean capital punishments?
At such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. But for that extra responsibility, he's remunerated more handsomely than the other warders. Of course, make no mention of my husband's work to other neighbors.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, what prison is your husband engaged?
Barclay prison, Mr. Sholmes.
I knew it. Really, Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it.
Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery.
Oh, no. Lowgate Cemetery, the very place we were discussing at court. That's unbelievable. Another coincidence. Unbelievable, my dear fellow, yet undeniable.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me.
Ah, pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. Private matter. This can't really be a coincidence, can it? So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance. When did you realize he was missing?
Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday? It really is recent, laughably so.
The truth is, my husband does at times have occasions to spend the night away from his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him not to return home at night, but this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day has certainly never happened before. Oh, my dear dearie. Whatever could have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Why, naturally, but sadly, they refused to listen to my pleas, as my husband has only been missing for 1 day. I was asked to wait patiently at home.
In truth, Miss Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my detective powers to track your husband down anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
And furthermore, let me assure you, the chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put the sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it.
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention.
Oh, yeah. Seek only to put the sweet rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Miss Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
Oh, please report to me soon with good news, sir.
Fear not, madam. In a day or two I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes.
Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you'd be so kind to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession. The photograph. Thank you. Now, allow me to show you the door.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've been simply marvelous. You know, I think it every time, Hurley. But how do you come up with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two? You sure?
Can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it. Merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Won't you agree, Mr. Hardow? Don't look at me with those bleeding eyes. Well, my dear fellows, did you hear the details of the case? Yeah, let's take a look, just in case. Oh, it's just a picture, never mind. Well, my dear fellows, did you hear the details of the case? Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually. Excellent. And what did you make of it? Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay prison, I mean. Ah, so you noted that.
Of course, especially with the mention of Flowgate Cemetery.
Flowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay prison. So it was renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by ghosts of condemned convicts. Completely forgot how to place.
Barclay prison is where the notorious man was incarcerated.
The professor. And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, I would assume. It's all very peculiar. Indeed, but nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain. Mr. Hardow. Sorry. Run along to the prison and see what you can glean, would you? Prison governor you won't. No doubt the man is equally worried. But aren't you going to go yourself? Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen with this hair. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair? That was a quite different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy. Why am I doing the job for you? Of course you are. Is he sitting down or something? Oh. Alright, let's go. Prisoner Governor's office. Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its 4 high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. Oh. 1st of November. Barclay Prison, Governor's Office. This place is full of hardened criminals. I cannot remember the last time a civilian was doing here. And you didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me. Do you can know who I am? I'm Governor Barry Kyden. Oh yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Rianiskinardo defense lawyer. And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean? Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan. Japan? Did you say Japan? Yes. Well, there's no any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh?
I didn't notice another prison next door, sir.
Anyway, we came to ask you some questions about... I don't like to be also direct, but... I have no intention of speaking with the likes of you, old suspicious-looking Easterners. Now get over my hair. So, as soon as he finds out we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means...
I think it's because of the professor case.
I think so too. 10 years ago, Kenshin Sogyu, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison. Ah, I might have known. You're sniffing around the case, aren't you? You're agents, are you? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt. No, not at all. We're just... Get going with you, before I punch your lights out. We're going. Clearly the ghost of the killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere here, unless we can somehow prove this man that there's nothing suspicious about us.
Governor Caden?
What are you thinking, Mrs. Sato?
I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some idea to help us.
Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. What, do you have to go to somewhere? Nope, okay. Let's examine. Check it out! Okay. Check it out! Okay. So I just have to present my badge. Okay, I can at least show you this. How many times can one man turn his back on you in a single conversation? Okay. Show him the red-headed lead. Nope. Armband. Nope. Okay. Let's go to the hotel. Hey! Hey, that's Professor Mikotobo over there. Oh, hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm packed. Where's Judge Jikoku? Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taken himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs.
Having only just arrived in the country today, goodness, he's full of energy.
Professor, you mentioned something before, but how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison? Oh, Governor Caden, you mean? It was the same man.
Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners.
Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story. Oh, would you? That will be wonderful if you have time now. Sadly, as you see, I'm very busy at the moment. Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee? Now, I have rather a lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know? Oh, sorry, I didn't say that out loud, did I? You always do. You Mikitobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts.
Or could it be that you Narutos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts?
Let's not fall out now. I have an idea. He's writing a note. What's he writing on that piece of paper? Here's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune. Ah, thank you. Letter of introduction. Good luck then. Okay. Can we look at it? Professor Mctoba has a wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy?
I do wish he'd at least call you a nice young man.
I'm really not sure that would help. Oh. Blackbird line. Can't read it. What is this?
Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket.
SS Gross. First class cabin 1.
Ohana departure, 11th of September. London arrival, 1st of November.
Ah, that's the boat that Professor Mctoba and Judge Chicago came on from Japan, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's called Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover.
I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Berea. Seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary.
Keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone?
You like this on purpose, Mr.
I imagine it, or was there a comment accompanied by a little sigh? Even updated. Guess I was supposed to look at it. Good. Let's go.
Take this!
If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Caden. What's this then? You cannot pull a hole over my eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student. Mikitoba. That young jock from the forensics laboratory. That Mikitoba. Yes, exactly him.
Oh dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Eugene Mikitoba's daughter, Sasato.
James! You're the young man's daughter? And you do not think to mention that before?
I do apologize.
Well, you best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? Did I forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits?
Sure.
Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing.
I'm bitterly regretful not announcing who I was from the outset now.
So then, what can I do for you, Hen?
Well, we're currently investigating a case.
It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing. Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being prisoner governor.
I haven't heard nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Oh.
But how can that be?
It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Vigil? That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's get to the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Truly, that means something to him.
You'd be so kind to tell us what you know, sir?
Aye, of course. Now we could examine, probably. Yay! This grandfather clock is...
It's fitted with a terrifying blade that keeps dropping down.
It's modeled around a guillotine, a French execution device. You might have heard of it. And yes, before you ask, it can chop heads off, you mean? However, no, carrots and parsnips and so forth.
Oh,
If you place a large carrot at the bottom there in the morning, by evening it'll have been cut clean in two.
in the morning. Oh, the blade must have almost an indescribable edge of it then.
An axe, a hunting rifle, and 4 pairs of handcuffs. That's a daunting collection. There's a story behind every one of those. I mean, the rifle was a famous killer's murder weapon, and the axe was wielded by an infamous executioner, and the handcuffs were once used to immobilize a fierce 4-legged beast when it was arrested.
You're in the realms of fantasy now, Mr. Naruto.
Not those kinds of stories, Jimmy. That axe was the one I used to chop down the cherry tree at my house. Mr. Caden was ne'er best pleased. Huh. And the cuffs on the left are the ones I caught first burgled with back when I was a bobby. Huh.
This sort of story's a little different from those you imagined, I think, weren't they?
Yes, to my relief. In some sort of way, my disappointment. Pictures.
Suppose these are all former governors of Barclay Prison, are they?
Either that or former inmates who the governor has sent to the gallows.
Oh dear, they all have such severe expressions. I really couldn't deny either possibility.
Especially the one on the extreme right. His expression goes beyond severe in a whole new territory. That wants me.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Is it a prerequisite of the job, perhaps? Having a severe expression, I mean. Of course not. Though, they're just taken into consideration. A lot. Never have expected to find a parrot in the prison. Must be the governor's pet. So small. The cage, I mean.
Given that here we are, it's hard not to see the poor creature as a prisoner. Let me out! Did not kill me!
Has the bird learned to mimic the plaintive cries of the inmates in the cells? Ah, no. He was one of these 3 siblings, you see. And he calls out the same names of his 2 brothers like that all the time. Right.
Let me out! Did kill me!
Aye, I hear you, laddie. If you want your dinner, down to do it. That's a very large cabinet full of papers, isn't it? It's labeled Inmate Register Lock. And all the files are in alphabetical order. That's 50 years worth of records of Barclay's inmates. Whether or not they are left alive after serving their term. All the details about the crimes they committed are recorded in there like an epitaph, you might say.
Record of crimes and punishments. How dispiriting.
And yet, this man seems to be enjoying tea and biscuits as he talks about it. Is that it? Okay, Chief Warder Vigil. You understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here in the prison? Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated a job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder. Sorry, did you say was? Aye, he does, and he ain't work here no more. He left the job.
Oh my!
When was this exactly? There's a question. When was it about? cannot believe it, much less than 10 years ago now. What? What? 10 years ago? I stopped working here 10 years ago. As I minded you, Ken, I had nae heard about the fellow's name in all that time. That's why if he's gone missing, though. But Miss Vigil made no mention of it. I think perhaps Mr. Naruto, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here. Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up the job here? That's important, is it? Yes, I believe it may be. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? Can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Ah! Which was exactly when the professor was being held at the prison. Yeah. So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of chief warder 10 years ago, you're telling us? I have to make him leave the job. In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter. You mean he was dismissed? It was after a particular walk. Sorry? A walk? I had our word for it in here. A walk to the gallows. An execution? It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you say. Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning. What did he do? Sorry, but I cannot reveal that information. But I can tell you that it was very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post. Why wouldn't Miss Vigil know about it? Appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here. No one can about it, that I'm afraid. Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal? And what would that be then? That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Is it by any chance the professor's? My thoughts exactly. Sorry, I really am. But I'm at no liberty to answer that. I see. Huh. Father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted. The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they all need fresh corpses for the forensic research. Do you can? Yes, I can imagine. The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable. Father worked in the laboratory just on the far side of the graveyard. The basement of St. Sinner's, still in use today. St. Sinner's? That's come up before, I'm sure. Yes, that's right. I've been there. Mikotoba and I have used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms. A more fresh material, I suppose. And we used to sit here for hours and gab on about dissections and all sorts. Oh, it takes me back. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuffed biscuits, of course. How charming. He was a good fellow, your father. Reliable, and did sit on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese. Because of Genshin Sogi, I suppose. Well, can I tell you anything else? Thank you so much for your time, Governor. Oh, one moment before you're away, and... Oh, I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Oh, I never noticed that axe. Oh, because it doesn't show his legs. Ah, found it. Here, This is a wee souvenir for your visit to the prison.
What is it?
That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course.
Oh my, are you sure?
It's no trouble at all. It's no the original mind. Huh. Cool. Thank you very much, Governor Caden. Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed. Okay.
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being.
Yes, I agree. Need to report back to Mr. Sholmes with what we found about Mr. Vigil. What will he tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? And he's not here. 1st of November. Sholmes is sweet. We're back.
Hello, you two. Thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all.
Oh, so that's what the delicious smell is. Oh my god! Greetings, my dear fellows. Oh, actually, I want to look at the thing first. Note of dismissal, 25th of June. Chief Warder Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Reason for dismissal: aiding and abetting the escape from the prison convict Genshin Asogi just prior to his execution. Details of his escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Prisoner Governor Barry Caden. Additional notes. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. Turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh my.
Pray, tell me, what of our water friend? Have you garnered some new information? Oh, yes. Something very surprising, in fact. Though, it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't, but we still have discovered that... Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes. This is more important.
Gina?
I cannot believe it. What's happened?
Clearly of a grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever.
It's the boss.
What do you mean, Inspector Gregson?
The boss is... He's dead. What? They just found his body, shot with a pistol. What? No. But his voice. But Inspector Gregson. Oh man.
He was murdered.
No, not Gregsy.
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Oh shit. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was really shot?
I don't know much about what's happened myself yet. Still there, investigating the scene.
Sure he's not just unconscious and has amnesia? Where did this take place?
Little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresco Street.
Outskirts of town. Nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then.
The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. Boss was... He was so good to me. I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective. Oh, Jenny.
Oh man, this sucks. So who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They got him already.
Already? They've caught the shooter so soon?
Witness reported something was going on. The boys got straight down there and took care of him. What awful person did this?
Said the judge.
I still can't believe it myself.
Gina. Said Van Zieks.
It was the Reaper.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. You don't mean you arrested Lord Van Zieks for it?
That's right. The Reaper's bloke gone and shot the boss.
No. Lord Van Zieks. Are we gonna defend him? Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Baroque Van Zieks the police have arrested.
I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him.
So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses?
They heard the gunshot apparently. When our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room.
But there's no way Lord Van Zieks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? I didn't do nothing. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come along as soon as you can. Gotta help.
Shit. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I failed to see something like this coming, How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson!
Oh.
Mr. Naruto, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. Would it be helpful? You could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Till later, then. Inspector Gregson dead. And Lord Van Zieks arrested.
Hello, Susie. I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside.
Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Otto?
Yes.
Alright guys, I think I'll end the episode here, and then next time, we'll go... where? Is it prison? Yeah, we'll go to the prison, talk to Van Zieks. Thanks for watching, see ya, bye!